Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Ollie Rowe.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, this is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Running behind that left side. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Sellers on the play action. Still looking to his right. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB, nowhere to go with the football.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Russell working that left side now. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They believe they can run right here. He's past the marker. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll run him again. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Here's Sellers to throw. In the backfield, it's Clark. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And it's something you learn as a pass rusher all the time, man. If I beat that tackle immediately right away, there's usually a reason. They're wanting me to run upfield. He plays the screen beautifully. The defensive end stays home, sees it, makes a tackle on the running back, and prevents the big play.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Oh, what a play! It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Past the 30. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on throw, and that leads to the interception.
Tight end now in motion. Throwing Russell. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. At the 20, he's got space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Russell takes the easy completion. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Back to throw, it's Russell. A little release to the back. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try.
A lot of times on 3rd and long, you're not thinking blitz. You're thinking they're going to sit back in zone and play conservative. They blitz, kind of break tendency, get to the quarterback. He gets the screen off, but man, great job by this defense. Not just flying upfield, not paying attention, and letting them catch that screen behind them. That's a big stop on 3rd and long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Cuts it upfield. It's Clark. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sellers. He lets one fly deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. The handoff. There he goes. He stopped at the 32. Picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They'll run it. Got a little grass. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, 1 touch, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going to the running game. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've played 1 before we move on. Let's have a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Keelan Russell. The screen, he's got wheels. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Russell from the gun on third down. Had to throw it before he wanted.
And now it's kind of decision time for this offense. It's been a great start to the football game. Moving the ball down the field, scoring 10 points on the first 2 possessions. Do you want the field goal to still be a 2-possession game? Or do you want to be aggressive here, try to go for it on 4th down, and maybe break this game open early?
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. Throws to the wideout. Just got rid of that one.
It's not just about sacks and getting the quarterback on the ground. When you can hurry him up, speed up that thought process, get near his legs, all those things lead to incompletions and sometimes mistakes.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. The 10. Touchdown Tide. A pick 6.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Back's got it on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Holds it in on the left. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Gamecocks are marching down the field. Sellers to the air again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harbor. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a gap. It's Fuller. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Sellers. Rush right in his face. Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. Can't get him to the ground. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They go play action with Sellers. Into the end zone. And it's picked off for the third time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing Russell. Makes the grab. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's past the sticks. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Russell escapes the pressure going right. Going to try to get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Second and long here. Russell. Fires quickly. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Changing the routes with his receiver. He didn't quite make it to the sticks, and it'll bring up a fourth down from the 42. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing Russell. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that will extend their lead even further. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 23 team, the SMU Mustangs.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tide ready to roll on offense. Russell gets open down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Keelan Russell makes the catch. It's Edwards. Runs through a man. He might have some space. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And that's really the sign of a tight end that's elite. When you start recruiting these guys, man, can you make the first guy miss? That's what makes a tight end go from really, really good to elite. And he does a great job breaking the tackle and then starts chewing up yards after the catch. That's exactly what you want from a great tight end.
Here's some daylight. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They'll ride the hot hand. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Throwing Russell. Out wide right, it's Rodgers. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Making the adjustment. Tough run here. It's Hill. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Russell. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. On the return, it's Bennett. Took a chance on that return, and it did not pay off as he's out of bounds at the 10. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. There's no question this team is reeling, down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on. Breaks into the open on the left. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Throwing Sellers. They're all over him. Fires to the big fella. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future years.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Sellers from the gun on third down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, they're trailing by a lot of points right now, and the problem is there's usually only one way to get back into it, and that means throwing.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down, Sellers. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Gets rid of it. Fires it incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Left side is Harbor. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's Sellers to throw. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Again, it's Sellers. Got his man. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Sellers from the gun on third down. He's got it on the run. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jenkins. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Doesn't get it there. They'll need a bunch on second down. Keelan Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up with the completion.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Making the adjustment on the play. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Fires left. Complete on the comeback. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Again, it's Russell. Dumps it off in the flats. Turning it on. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Throwing Russell. They go to the wide receiver screen. They've got him corralled.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Quick give. Defense all over it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Russell. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Makes a grab for a big play. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. Back to pass. It's Russell. Flush to the left. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too. And that time, that was a great play call defensively.
The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on third down. Quarterback keeps it. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Fourth and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Keelan Russell fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Quick strike through the air for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. To the air, it's Sellers. Looking for a deep man. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again.
Looking to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Rush is on. Still on his feet. Moving out to the right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
A handoff, keep working on that clock. There he goes. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Right back to the well. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.